Okay, on this film noir, I'm the bad guy, see? So, first we rob the bank, then I shoot the guard, then I shoot the bank teller, then I shoot the lady with the pretty coat, then I shoot the kid with the balloon, then I shoot the mother of the kid with the balloon, then I shoot Gus. Then we grab the loot and scram, see? Any questions? Hi, I'm Chris McCord, professor of philosophy at Kirkwood Community College. And what we're really doing, you're probably thinking, what in the world is this? Well, I'm going to explain to you 4 normative ethical principles. Now, normative ethical principles are principles that tell you what you should do. So we're going to look at 4 principles, but I want to tell you this, for our course, this will be important, because those 4 principles, you'll be able to use them as premise 1 when you create your own moral arguments, general deductive arguments. So keep that in mind as we look at these 4 principles in the case of the killing spree.
Ethical principle number 1, utilitarianism's greatest happiness principle. You should always do the action that brings about the greatest happiness for the greatest number. An alternative way of putting it, the right thing to do is what brings about the least amount of pain and suffering to everyone concerned. If I pull off this heist, see, it will increase my happiness by 100 units of pleasure. But it will also increase the pain and suffering of all the friends and family of my 6 victims. Imagine that each of them has 6 friends or family, and that it increases the pain and suffering of each of those people by 100 units per person. That's an increase of 3,600 units of suffering, whereas I only got 100 units of pleasure. So the heist puts us in the hole 3,500 units of pleasure. Utilitarian argument against the killing spree. Premise 1. You should do what brings about the greatest happiness for the greatest number of people. Premise 2. The killing spree would not bring about the greatest happiness for the greatest number. Conclusion. Therefore, you should not do the killing spree.
You got a point there, boss.
Ethical principle number 2. Kant's humanity as end principle. You should never use someone as a mere means for achieving your own end or goal.
All right, stick 'em up. This is a bank robbery. I'm going to use you as a mere means to my end. My end, of course, is to get the money, and I'll do all kinds of things with that. But I'm going to use you as a mere means to my end. That means I don't care about the goals that you set and seek for yourself in your life. So maybe you want to go on vacation next year. Maybe you want to get married. Maybe you want to try to get a new job. Or maybe you want to pick posies for your beloved on the side of a mountain. I don't care about what your goals are. I'm disregarding them so I can get what I want.
Kant's argument against the killing spree. Premise 1. You should not use others as a mere means to an end. Premise 2. The killing spree will treat the victims as a mere means to your own end. Conclusion. Therefore, you should not do the killing spree.
That Kant's got a point, but I didn't quite process it till I'd already fired off the rounds.
Ethics principle number 3, Kant's universal law principle. Kant's universal law principle, only do acts you'd be okay with everyone doing, even to you.
So we're all ready for the bank heist. Oh, I guess we're doing the one-sided phone conversation again. Hello? What? The bank's closed? It's been robbed 5 days in a row, so they went out of business. Wait a minute, my wallet. I've been robbed. What kind of world is this where, even though I'm a bank robber, I wouldn't want to live in a world where everyone robs everyone all the time, because that makes it impossible for me to be a bank robber. Sorry, it's a long story. Okay, thanks, Gus. I was going to shoot him anyway, so.
Kant's second argument against the killing spree. Premise 1. You should only do acts you'd be okay with everyone doing, even to you. Premise 2. A robber would not be okay with everyone being a robber.
A robber doesn't want to be whisked off to a planet where everyone's a robber, because then he too will get robbed. So robbers don't want to get robbed themselves. They want to rob other people.
Conclusion, therefore, you should not be a robber. Ethics principle number 4, Mill's harm principle. Mill's harm principle. If Fred's speech or action is not harming anyone other than Fred, then it is wrong for the state or the individual people to punish him for whatever he's doing. A harm principle argument in favor of the killing spree. Premise 1. It is wrong to interfere with someone's behavior if it isn't harming others. Premise 2. Murdering a person does not harm that person.
Okay, there is a question about what harm is, but I'll tell you, that's a false premise. This isn't working, because it does harm you if I murder you. You've been harmed. Now, what about psychological harm? Can that be a thing? Yeah, it is. People can be psychologically damaged and traumatized. Also, you're harmed if I put you in clear and present danger. So if I threaten you, if I say, watch your back, I'm going to get you one of these days, that's a harm to you as well. But Mill does not think merely offending you would be to harm you. So he's not going to count everything as harm. If you're offended, yeah, that gives you a bad feeling, but you're not genuinely harmed. So offense doesn't meet the threshold of harm. So the old lady who doesn't like to see two men kissing, she's not harmed by that, even if she's offended.
Conclusion, therefore it is wrong to stop the person from doing the killing spree.
Great. Now they got me locked away in here like a common jailboy. The only bars I want to be behind are the kind that serve hooch. And it's not fair, because the harm principle says if my speech or action isn't harming anyone, but I actually did. Yeah, my actions did harm, because I murdered those 6 people, so I guess it is okay for the state to punish me. I guess crime doesn't pay. But I'll get out of here again, you coppers. You just wait and see. I'm gonna go on another killing spree. Attica.